I am Butterfly Goddess, your spiritual guidance messenger, and I come today with a channel message and definitely a reading, and I think this story may have something to do with the collective reading. I think that you've been, like someone's been trying to summon you about the stress of late, and people want you to take on their stress levels, like someone is very much so sending you a bunch of their issues. They want you to be involved under their stress, and you're picking up on a lot of it, and you're carrying the weight of some of it. And I believe your spirit guides, your ancestors, and your loved ones are trying to let you know that that's not your energy. Those are not your worries. Those are not your problems. You're going to have to release them back to the person where they came from, because if you start down the road to taking on other people's endeavors again, it may affect your health, or it could affect your health. Or you may know someone currently right now whose health is being affected because they're in a deep sense of worry. They're worrying, they're stressed out. It's causing them high anxiety. However, I tried to walk to my mailbox this morning, and it's rained just for a few minutes, so it's kind of humid outside. And as I went to turn around, I almost passed out. I started leaning to just walking in a different direction. So someone could be experiencing a lot of equilibrium issues. Someone could have fainted recently, or just feels like whatever type of stress they're dealing with right now is causing them that type of anxiety where they're feeling like they're going to pass out. Like it's just overwhelming. It's too much. It's too much. I feel like whoever this person is, you might be experiencing, some type of sleep deprivation, where you're waking up out of your sleep in the middle of the morning and unable to really gather yourself back to sleep, like something's there. I feel like some of you guys are receiving messages. I kind of looked up in my window, and there was a very highly marked symbol on the window that's to my office, and it was in, I want to say, it looked at kind of rainbowy, but it looked like a mirror image, like a reflection of something. Something was reflecting to me, and it was kind of almost in an L shape, so that could be significant. However, I think whoever you are right now is, if you're not the person who's actually suffering in silence right now because of all the mental issues that you're having around certain people, or you're not the person that's, you could be the person, I feel like it's two-sided here. Like you're the person picking up on the emotions of this other person who's suffering in silence. And at this time, I don't think they want you to be the person to try and fix it, but they do want you to release it. Like you need to release it, and the person who's going through this is going to have a tougher time at releasing it because, they've never had to deal with, their coping mechanisms aren't like your coping mechanisms. So, if you're an intuitive, highly sensitive person who picks up on other people's emotions, and just, you're a seer, you're subjugate. Right, okay. So yeah, you're gonna have to let it go. You're gonna have to release it. I mean, it's one thing to want to help everybody, but there's some people who are so bound to their traumas that they don't know how to release them, and sometimes that could be very traumatic on a person who is considered a healer, because even though you want to fight that spiritual battle with them, some battles aren't yours to complete, and you have to release it. Yeah, we want to save everybody, but there's a time and a place for it, and sometimes you just have to take it amongst yourself to, sit this one out. So they're saying sit this one out because maybe the spiritual warfare needs to happen for them in order for them to open up their eyes to see clearly, is what I'm hearing. So it's almost like me just a minute ago telling my mom, hey, whatever these kids do, they gonna do. And if they keep repeating the same thing over and over again, and those are called cycles, it means the lesson hasn't been learned. And until they learn the lesson, it's really nothing I can do. Even as a mother, I can't coddle anybody. I can't make them do it. I can't make them change their mind. I can only tell them what I see. And once you tell them, and however they utilize that information is up to them. So I feel like a lot of this is about that. And I think as a mother, we stress and we go highly into anxiety and depression, and we want to save our kids, and sometimes that saving looks more like enabling. So if that's you, don't enable these kids, especially adult-sized kids. And we know that in the world currently, we have a lot of children out there, girls mostly, even boys, I guess, joining gangs, girls getting pregnant, running away and thinking they're grown and wanting to be so badly out there. Sometimes you have to let go and let God, because there's some things we just can't control. And a lot of this, is about, just they all want to be grown until they have to do grown things, and that leads to just another diversion of anxiety and depression, because it's a lot more to learn in the world than what they see. All right, so the message of the day is, I feel like you're going to be getting a lot of messages from the Most High and your ancestors on the other side. They're watching as you continuously try to assist other people in their endeavors, in their time of need, and this thing that you like to do. And they see you as this giving person. They see you as this beautiful person. They know that you have the intent. Your intentions are well. They're always well. They're driven. I feel like you're one of those people who really just want to see everybody stable, everybody doing well, everybody healthy, and that's fine. But at some point, you really need to release all of those emotions back to the person who's giving them to you, because in this very conversation that I'm having, there's a lot of manipulation going on there. Like, I feel like you're being manipulated, you're being overridden, and you're overgiving, and you're overseeing, and you're overdoing, and you're overguiding, and you need to not deplete yourself of your own energy, because some of these people have entity attachments, and those entities are there in place of trying to attack you because of who you are and what your gifts are. And they know that you could stop them, but these are draining you. So something's draining you right now. Something is pulling on your energy, and it's more than one situation. And you have very much so a potential to block this, because something was given to you recently, and it was a powerful gift. So you have discernment. You know exactly what it is that you need to do. I think your dreams are telling you exactly what it is, and it's like giving it to you in sections. Maybe it's something, where, like, as a mother, we always fear, the transition or the death, or, our kids going on to their new lives, or any of our loved ones that we're close to. We fear that for them. And I think what it is that we give all these chances. We try and try and try and try. And I think this is about your kids, because at the end of the day, it keeps going back there. And I think we try harder with our own children, per se, to try and save them from themselves. And what they're saying is, you have to allow them to learn a lesson. Because if they don't learn the lesson, they don't earn the reward of what it meant to begin with. And that's why cycles get repeating, because a lot of our parents, and not necessarily in black neighborhoods, I don't think we really have the type of parents that really could, if you did, good for you. But I'm saying there wasn't a lot of saving for me. I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson. So sometimes it's a hard knock life. It's a hard knock life for us. And potentially, some of us need to receive that hard lesson, lecture is what I'm hearing. Lesson and lecture, because it's going to change our point of view. It's going to give you, it's either going to give you the energy that you need, or it's going to send you spinning out of control, and you're going to know exactly what you want out of life then. Because a lot of people give up on life easily when they feel like it's not that easy. You know, there's no easy button. It's not that easy. And no one wants to hear you say, I told you so. So, all right. So you got a lot coming up in the next few days. I feel like your journey is going to place you in places where your skills are highly utilized in the same type of sequence. Only these people aren't your children, but they are like your children. And the lesson there is, I think it's a paid event. It's a teaching event, and it's very consolidated, I'm hearing. Like, it's like one of those things where your children can't hear you, but others can. So your lectures, that's where that's coming from. You're going to give a lecture about this specific thing to a group of people who are going to hear you in the way that your children never have. And it's going to be one of those life-saving moments where someone transforms right in front of you. The transformation, I mean, it's like when you know you had a really good teacher back in elementary, and you don't see that teacher for life, but you remember, you don't see him for like a very long time until you like get into your adulthood, and you run across that person and you thank them. You know, one of your messages, something you did, so that hug, that thing you said, whatever it was that you did, is going to come back full circle, or it's coming back full circle, is what I'm hearing. You know, so there's going to be some people out there, you know, wanting to give you your flowers, give you money, just, you know, they really want to pay you back for giving them an opportunity to see the world invertedly, so differently from what they actually see or view through the eyes. And, you know, I was guided to say that your eyes are portals. And I feel like people see you as these things. They see you as a portal. They see you as an open door, an open window. They see you as this timeless messenger. They see you as this savior. They see you as this person who knows what they're explaining and what you're talking about. And I feel like, you know, there was, even though your dreams may have been highly protected and guarded in a sense, that now you can see the castle on the other side, and you're finally getting your flowers. You know what I'm saying? Like, honored, held in high honor and high favor. I see you taking all of this and giving back to your community. I feel like you're the type where you know that however you haven't been the person that people have poured into, and you enjoy, you know, the recognition, but you're so sovereign. You know, you have this, you don't need to be seen. You have this congratulate me in silence type of demeanor, and I love it for you, because yeah, it's very humbling. I think you're okay with people not knowing you did it. and maybe there's another side to you when people act like you've never done nothing, where you like, okay, now I'm finna tell them. That was me, but thank you though for showing me how you didn't appreciate anything I could do. Won't happen again, excuse me. I feel like the Most High is telling me that you are definitely going to see this biggest blessing ever, the biggest jackpot ever in history. Like, I feel like they're giving you something in a multiple of threes, if not six. So the number 33, in the 33 era, like 33 million is coming to someone's account. I feel like there's a conversation to be had, and there's an offer on the table, but the offer is spiritually guided to you, and it's yours. And I feel like a lot of things were stopping you and getting in your way because of the greatness that they seen in you. And this is why you potentially have been up late nights, because you're worried about something financial, you know, something stable. But as they're showing this, I'm showing that they got you. you're being held on to. You're being carried right on through all of that disaster, all of that anxiety, all of that depression, all of those sleepless nights, and at the same time, and it's got the word dusk on it, so you could be waking up between the hours of dusk to dawn, and you're getting all these messages, and these messages are coming through, and as they're giving them to you, you know, your light is being lit, and they're telling you, we're going to celebrate you, we're celebrating you, you're going to celebrate too, you are deserving of what you are asking for, and you have the potential to do everything that you said you were going to do, because as they're working through you, they're making sure that they pour in the most healthiest spiritual vitamins into you and the spiritual people, and they're guiding you exactly where you need to be. It may seem a little blindsided at first, the road might seem very hard, but your transformation, your rebirth is what's scheduled in every life. In every lifetime, you are going to transition, and what they're telling me is that you're done being replaced. You're done being replaced. You're going to be replaced with something's getting replaced. Like, my husband knocked on the door and interrupted right when I was trying to tell you, and he was trying to still sneak in and see me do my readings, because I can't be in other people's energy when I'm doing these readings. So when I do readings with you guys and you book a reading, even if it's online, I prefer to tell you to go in a room alone, because I need to be in your energy and not everybody else's energy. So I prefer one-on-one. So it's not the same thing as a book party energy reading, because then I'm kind of, you know, having to wear all these different tools and stuff to focus in and whatever. So like I said, something's being replaced, and I think it's one of your gifts. Like, something is going to shield you, protect you, because maybe you are the type who walk around with crystals and different bracelets and have to replace all these things all the time. But I think internally they're giving you the insertion of a very big crystal. Name something else that I want to say the name. They're saying it, and I feel like it's going to give like this casting. It's a protective, so that you don't absorb other people's stuff. That way you can focus in just on what you need to. It's almost like it's giving me this picture of you moving things out the way. That's not important. That happened yesterday. That happened today. This is happening now. It's something like that. And I feel like it's a move easy, a be easy, I don't know. But it sounds kind of cool, and I feel like it's very much giving, you know, baby, you can't steal my joy because you didn't give it to me. And in this new gift, you're going to be able to know what energy is yours and what energy is theirs. Like I said, you're moving things. They're replacing your gifts. They're organizing so that you don't have to continue to shield or be in hermit mode as long, or deep thought as long. Like, everything is now. Your manifestations now. Your alchemy is now. That power is given to you. And I feel like that's being given to you because someone on the other side collaboratively said that it was time. Because they've seen you win and choose yourself over and over again as you jumped hurdles and tried to save and protect everyone else outside of yourself. They're asking me to pull another card from a different deck, but I feel like, you know, with this whole thing, this star energy right here, that you're about to enter into a phase where not only will you be recognized as the star, but I'm hearing center stage. Some new development is coming in also, you know. Somebody recognized you recently. You were recognized as a person of interest. I got that in my last video, and I'm not sure if I clarified on that one, but it's coming up again. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from this deck, the Light Seers, and see what happens, because I don't know. Have no idea. And the first card out is the Ace of Wands, and we already got the Ace of Pentacles on the table. Like I said, some power for manifestation. The 33, the million is showing up again. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, well, let me see what pops out. Okay, too many. Okay, nope. Like I said, it's definitely something coming in very fast for you. You got the Nine of Cups, and I feel like these are all the cups that you poured into throughout your lifetime. You've given people a lifetime of your energy. You've given people a lifetime of your finances. You've given people a lifetime of your time, and now it's your time, and they're giving it back to you in a very, very interesting way here. I see a chest full of gold. So you have a heart full of gold. You know, that symbolizes how your heart is filled with gold, and you just have that heart of gold. So they see you like that, and they're giving you your heart of gold because, baby, you are definitely in your timeline now. You're in your manifestation. You're in your powerful mode. You are in your wow. And I see the wand here. So like they said, it is so. Let it be. You know, 33 million is a lot of money. It may not seem like so, but I feel like your ancestors, your spirit guides, the Most High, and your loved ones on the other side are saying it's more to come. It's more than what, it's more than enough. And if you see by the power of 3, then you'll know that this is from me, said the Most High. Okay. And like I said, they're gifting this to you. They are gifting this to you because of all the people who tried to hold you back and prevent you from moving forward in life. And there was very many people who did this to you. You know, you had lovers, you had people who said they love you, you had that energy. So I can't make this shut up. 10 of Pentacles. Whew. I was talking about this man had a tattoo of he said it was Jimmy Neutron. So I call it the Merkaba is what I was calling it, but apparently I was pronouncing it wrong, so the Merkaba. So it's given like that energy right here, like if you can see the drawing there with the points on it. I feel like these are the points, you know, they're pointing at each timeline of when you were, you know, given things from the Most High and you gave them away. So they pointed out each timeline, and in each timeline they pretty much multiplied it by 1,000 is what I heard, and that's how we ended up with the 33 million, but it was times 1,000. So yeah, somebody do the math, because baby, that's not much. So with those tens behind it, that could be 333 plus another 3. Somebody say it for me. So yeah, in the millions. 3,333,000, the millions. I don't know. I was not. Somebody mathematic fix that for me in the comments, please. I love y'all. I really do. And I feel like, you know, this is, like I said, again, a gift from the Most High, and it's so coming through from a loving situation, because they seen you, you know, struggle. They seen you have power struggles. They seen you, you know, work jobs, put your head down, try to keep it, you know, a happy heart, a straight face. They watch you try to clean it up, fix it for everybody, including your tears are coming to my heart, because I feel like, you know, you can only do so much for these folks out here. You can only say so much. And if they don't hear you, they just don't hear you. And sometimes that leads to places. And I've been a lot of places, you know, foster homes, group homes, jail. Yeah. I was saved from going to prison. But if you ever been in jail, or if you ever just been stuck in your head, you know what that feels like. And it can be a very trying time, a very lonely place. We're back here, and the High Priestess twice. Whoever you are highly blessed. You are looked among as a High Priestess, or yeah, High Priest. And something with sovereignty. So it keeps coming up. the letters G, C, P, and the letters M. Ooh. MN could be significant, and wow. Something about the crescent moon and pay attention to the stars. I think you just have like this whole masterpiece where even with your eyes closed, you can still see. You're linked in with the Most High, and you're favored, highly favored. And that's what makes those entities and dark souls and people attack you at all costs, because they see your light. They see that you're a light seer. They see your powers. They see your energy. Y'all know what I say about the tower. Each and every time they have spiritually attacked you from the dark side, or just with someone with dark entity as attachments, even each and every time that's happened to you, it's brought about this manifestation of this money, this abundance, this prosperity that's coming in, and it's placed you on the top shelf, of the top shelf, because you're definitely an award. The award goes to you, is what I'm hearing. And nose is dripping. Okay, itching. Butterflies could be significant, and specific ones. Monarchs, squirrels could be significant. I don't know if these are acorns, but I'm going to say acorns are significant. And just pay attention, I always see as they're drawing into this lightning, you might see you might actually, a spirit may be coming to visit you with a bunch of monarchs wrapped around it to make sure that this gift touches you. Like I said, whatever it is coming in softly. It's going to make a soft landing. And yeah, so watch out for it. Because sometimes you're always alone, and this is when you might see all of those things that they're lighting the path for you. The path is well lit. They're guiding you straight to it. So look out real soon. I'm talking about within days. All right. I'll return your energy to you. I do love you guys. Thanks for sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Yeah. Do that thing you guys love to do, and I will be going live here soon. I know I said that like a month ago. I'm just trying to dial into when would be a good time. If you guys drop it in the comments, when would be a good day for you guys, because I see a lot of people like to go on Sundays. Some people could be busy Friday nights. Saturdays, it could be any of those days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably in the PM. You guys give me a time, drop your thoughts down there for me if you could, please. And thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I am Butterfly Goddess, your spiritual guidance messenger. And I hope that you guys can hear this message. Anybody out there who cannot physically hear me, if you want to donate me specifically, what is it? A microphone? I have bought many, and I don't know. Some work, some don't. And I have a traveling bag for when I do my psychic readings and stuff, and tarot, oracle, whatever. And so I know one of my good microphones is attached to that bag. Right now I'm in my office, and I'm just going off the fact that it's quiet in here using the microphone. So yeah, if you want to do that, definitely connect with me on here. You can send me a link to inbox me directly, and I will give you a P.O. box or an address, my business address, to send it to. I truly appreciate all of you guys who are watching my videos all the way through. If you get to the end of this, just say, "What's up, Butterfly Goddess?" And hey, if you want to join me on personal messenger, just send me the link. All right, love you guys.
Hit that bass line nice and slow. Talk box singing